Okay, hello. We're doing another episode of PSVR2 game show. Let's play the intro and let's get started. Hello everyone to the show. Hello chat down there. Welcome Amnesia Pete, Grim Reesbro, Chrome Colossus. Who else we've got here? We've had, I missed one. Who am I missing here? Ezekiel, yes, so welcome to the chat, welcome to the show, welcome Racenis, how are we today? So, I don't know what's been going on with the chat, and then thanks for all the nice love hearts here. What's been going on in the chat? Obviously, I want more stuff, but it's coming and I'm very cool. Hello, Vladi. Good point, Steve, total clickbait, what's clickbait, wait. It is genuine selling of PSVR2 because he can't get on with VR, then that's fine. But it could be just as easy be first fanboy trolling. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, so I'm gonna do the reaction. We've got one of those silly articles. Wait, I was playing Village today, after 5 months, it's just pure lunacy. Yeah, so we're talking about this article. I saw it as well, and the reason for saying it's even more ridiculous. So I definitely gonna react to it. Let me see, yeah, some silly reasoning from someone doing so. I think PSVR content here is totally safe. So, saying the PSVR2, that means my... Oh no, I'm not I'm not saying PSVR2. Don't forget I only got 100 characters in the title, but it is my reaction. It's my reaction to the article that popped in. Today I was reading it, Erimua, I was reading it and I want to talk about it and like maybe react to it. So, basically, as we know, PSVR2 gets quite bad press. Anyway, my camera is here a bit wonky. So, as we know, after the launch, we've had tons of, like, let's say, articles that wasn't great, and they still happening, and today another popped in. So that's why I wanted to react to it, give my reaction and my thoughts of it. RZip, hello, just so we know, if someone like me who's reason for wanting PSVR2 was 60% because I expected Dreams to be supported, can still have the PSVR, then everyone probably should. I totally agree. Vladi, I just finished Resident Evil Village last night. Oh my god, that's what we got PSVR2 for. You have some Paul, thanks for the news. You're welcome. Brain, you're saying your headset? I'm confused. No, so I'm not saying the headset. I'm doing the reaction to the article that popped in. Let me see at the title of the stream what it's saying. Resident Evil 4, Vampire the Masquerade. I'm saying my PSVR2, my reaction. So yeah, I'm saying my PSVR2 is the article title. I just couldn't put it in the my stream because I got only 100 characters. Paul is definitely not saying his no. So let me show you the article. We're gonna react to it in a minute. Am I causing the drama here? Wait, where's the... that's not that. We're gonna talk about Resident Evil Village, but the article I'm reacting to is this one. Let me see if you can see it properly on the screen. So wait. There you go. There we have it. We're gonna react to this. I'm all confused here myself. Where's my window? So, we're gonna react to that. I'm saying my PSVR2 after just 5 months, here's why. So, because it's yet another article what, let's say, annoyed me. Multi-mighty game cat. Hey up, we've got some game cats here. Hello, game cats. Synapse is pretty good too, for sure. Right, okay, so, of course on this channel, we don't do silly meowing noises. Pff, who even does that? No adults should. Right, okay, so, I want to begin from, what to begin from? Maybe let's start from Resident Evil 4. So, because looks like Capcom works on more than just the PSVR2 version. Multi-mighty game card, oh glad you're okay. So, looks like we might be getting some more, but then also keep in mind Resident Evil Village then got the DLC that flat version had, but who knows. But looks like Capcom works on more than just Resident Evil 4. before I read this article, let's have a look at the latest trailer, maybe from this year's, what was it? I forgot. Future Game Show, was it? I can't remember. I try to find that must be the one. Let's just have a look, just to remind ourselves what we... Wait, is that old Resident Evil? Okay, so that's trailer, yeah, that's from the Residence of Evil YouTube channel. So that's your trailer. Wait. Well, that's not the latest trailer, but never mind. We've had it's you know what we aiming for here. I don't know what I've done with my trailer, my latest trailer. What I've done with it? Oh yeah. Anyway, but that's what we gonna have, and it's looking great, and we might get more. Man, I cannot wait for this game. It's gonna be great. Switching my reaction to article would work better. My reaction to article. Yeah, maybe I do that. I don't know if I can do it now live. Oh, I can. Okay. Article. I hope it's not gonna stop the stream. Done. Okay, I can do it live. Cool. Right. So. Yeah, we got music here from Residence of Evil. Some channels basically re-upload the trailers. Right, so let's talk about it now. So what's happening here we've got is this article. Sadly can't box all the way. Yeah, I wonder how we're gonna do the roundhouse kicks. New Resident Evil for PC achievements indicate more content is on its way. A batch of Is that here? Yeah, just checking if we got the channel. A batch of new achievements has been added to the PC version of Resident Evil 4, indicating new content is on its way to the Capcom remake. First released for PS5, PS4 in March earlier this year. God, that's so fast since March, the time passing so fast. A different campaign based on Ada Wong, named Separate Ways. Shouldn't laugh at Wong. Named Separate Ways in the original version has been heavily rumored along PSVR2 content, so those rumors now are confirmed. Wow, some right thunders outside. Steam is now tracking the addition of 7 new achievements on the PC platform, but there aren't any descriptions attached at the time of writing, just random number and letters like 40N, 44N. The Japanese publisher has its Capcom showcase to make its reveals, but since one live stream just a few weeks ago, it's likely a different venue will host the announcement. The Ada Wong focused bonus campaign is the most likely thing those new PC achievements are attached to, but there's always the possibility it's something else. All eyes turn to Capcom to see what it has in store for a game handed a very rare 10 out of 10 rating on Push Square. We concluded, okay, blah, blah, blah. So looks like there is more content on the way for Resident Evil 4 already. But also, oh wow, chat refreshed quickly. Should I buy Synapse or Walking Dead Saints and Sinners? Ooh. If I was going to choose between those, both two great games, but if you didn't play Saints and Sinners, I think I would go for the Saints and Sinners first and then get Synapse eventually. Nice, PCVR getting support because of Sony. Lol, right on. You know what? I wouldn't mind PCVR getting support if they give us the Half-Life Alyx. Hey, maybe this achievement on Steam is for VR version. Maybe Wolverasa is onto something here. And sadly no Mercenaries VR Village also. No, sadly not. Walking Dead, in my opinion, Synapse is good but short. Yeah, it is short, it is good, but Saints and Sinners definitely got those deep survival mechanics. Hey up Jason Stevens, what's up Paul? I'm late, start over please, cheers. Well, we're just starting, we're just talking about Resident Evil. Shout out to Jason for the donation on live stream. The donation went towards the acoustic foam, which just expanding here next to me. It's gonna go on the walls here, so it won't be as echoey in your room. It's still work in progress, but it costs way too much that it should. And I think if I spend any more on it, my wife gonna start asking questions. But yeah, this was garage and now it's a room, so it's nice. Snaps were around 12 hours. Synapse, I don't know. You can do free playthrough. I can't remember now. You can do one playthrough in an hour if you want to. Walking Dead is long enough. Yo, Mr. Back. Synapse control system. What it about? Only game using eye tracking for actual gameplay at the moment. Sense is awesome, but both is the answer. The another one what uses eye tracking for the gameplay is Awesome Asteroids. It's only £5 at the moment. Check it out. Little game, but pretty cool with eye tracking. Playing Hubris at the moment, I think it looks just as good as Matter 2, only more variety and better combat. Yeah. I'm not sure I got Platinum for Synapse in 6 hours. There you go, Racings. Joey VR, hello, welcome to the channel. Who's saying the PSVR2? Not me, but we're gonna talk about this article. I've changed the title on the stream. But anyway, coming back to the Resident Evil now. So what I want to talk about, that's not everything. Looks like some other remakes is on the way. So here, Capcom leaves door open on Resident Evil this website is really slow. Resident Evil Code Veronica remake. A fan remake of this game was cancelled in 2022. So Code Veronica, was it originally for Dreamcast or something? But anyway, this is the article. Capcom has neither confirmed or denied the possibility of a Resident Evil Code Veronica remake, saying that the publisher is in the midst of discussion regarding the future expansions of the series. Did they actually do a proper first one yet? Like a proper remake? Or did they start it from 2, 3, 4? I can't remember. Yeah. Games that are first reported find from a Q&A session, which stands for questions and answers. After a general shareholder meeting that was held today, that's from 6th of July, today is 8th. In it, a shareholder queried if Capcom is considering providing high-end visual levels of only the main number entries in the Resident Evil series. Capcom replied that it's carrying out discussions regarding the future expansion of the series, so it can be enjoyed by a wide audience. The wording seems to suggest that Capcom might be mulling it over. Remakes of 2, 3 and 4 have proved successful for the company commercially and critically, with Resident Evil 4 becoming one of the fastest selling entries in the entire history of the series when it's released in March. Well, that's good to hear. If Capcom isn't properly considering a remake of 2000 title, it would likely upset fans who took on the task of a Resident Evil Code Veronica remake for themselves. Late last year, the company contacted the team and asked that the project be cancelled owing to the use of Capcom's own characters and the Resident Evil trademark. So yeah, maybe there's something on it. Speaking about that, this is gonna bring me, we're gonna talk about it more tomorrow, but this brings me to the Red Dead Redemption or maybe Rockstar VR game. So we've had mods on PC for GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption, and Rockstar said basically no, move them aside, don't have them. So I wonder if they're working on VR versions as we speak, but we're gonna talk about it more in tomorrow's game show. At the time, Capcom emphasizes that wasn't in relation to an official remake. However, Resident Evil 4 remake producer Yoshiaki Hirayama hinted that there might be an opportunity to return to the game in the future. Okay, so some other news. So, looks like not only Resident Evil 4 gets the... wow, the chat refreshes, great. Jason Stevens, thank you very much for the support. I super appreciate it. That's really awesome. Your wife can yell at me now. Thanks, I tell her that. Thank you very much for the donations. It really helps this channel a lot. So I'm glad that you're here for me. And I'm trying to return the content. Hope it's good. So thank you very much for the donation. Right, let's quickly look at the comments. Looking at Synapse like a test to see if people accept and like control system. Can't wait for Resident Evil 4, holding off on playing it flat. Yeah, Grim Lisboa. So Village, I played it flat first. 3 times I completed it flat and I really regretted it. So I'm doing the same. I'm not playing Resident Evil 4 now. I'm waiting for VR version. Mr. Buck, any sold news on Switchback patch will you be re-reviewing? Definitely will be re-reviewing. I think it's alright game to buy. It's not the Rush of Blood, maybe, let's say that. It's kind of like, they've got bigger levels and everything, but I don't know, like Rush of Blood, to me would be like a must-buy game, why the Switchback would be like, yeah, buy it, but if you don't, then whatever. But I still gonna be reviewing. I hope it's gonna get, you know, much better gameplay-wise, maybe as well. Veronica is on sale, the OG one. Oh, right, I think I've got it on Dreamcast. Wolverza Resident, gonna be big moment. Just Quest 1 landed pretty well. This one should help actually sales, hoping. Yeah, definitely. So yesterday I've done a video actually about PSVR2 sales and how much market share that they've got. And it's a lot. You know, Quest is first, but PSVR2 is just right behind them. Jacek Murak, dzięki, robisz świetną robotę z tym kanałem. Thank you very much. Jacek saying that I'm doing great job, which is nice. I appreciate it. Sure, it is gonna be San Andreas. Maybe, yeah. Thank you, Paul Bellino, for the donation. That's awesome. You really contributing a lot to this channel, so I appreciate it. You are awesome. That's great. Nice donate. Paul's the man. Thank you very much, Roy Schwartz. I enjoyed Rush of Blood. Yeah, I wish they added Rush of Blood kind of to the Switchback as an apology, but upgraded for PSVR 2. That would be great. Jason, no thank you needed. You crank out news like no other PSVR 2 YouTube, so I appreciate the work. Coming from a fellow chef, I know time is precious. I'm out. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Jason. That also, so like me, Jason is a chef. When you chefing all day, sometimes your feet hurt so much in it to play VR, and we still do it. You selling your VR? Okay, so I changed the title, so there was a bit misconception in the title of the thingy. But no, I be reacting to the article about it, which I find in very, let's say, silly. Paul is not saying VR. Calm down, everyone. Pozdro, Paul. You have English wife, I have Irish one. See similarities, retro dad. Yeah, my English wife, Irish wife, are they like more feisty? I mean, English ones quite be, I don't know. Watch out when the Switchback patch drops. Yeah, like yesterday, I've been talking on Aces of Thunder, and as I've been talking, they dropped new footage, which is in my today's news videos from earlier on. Cool, thanks, Paul. Defo waiting for Resi Fall. Wolveraza, thank you very much for the support. Keep up the great work, Paul. Thank you. That's great. Super awesome. Multi-mighty game. Haha, people think on getting a discount on the headset. Yeah, Rush of Blood had far better roller coaster mechanics. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Racings, thank you very much. That's awesome. Thank you. W. Paul, thank you. That's great. Donation trying for sure, Green Lisboa. This YouTube room gonna be awesome, and some of that money might go towards the, I don't think I'm gonna get code for the Operation Wolf. This coming out, I messaged the developer. I've had some emails, but there was a scam for doing a sponsored video, but then I realized, wait a minute, they want to have my details. So now moving on to the next story, what I want to talk about, I want to touch a bit about the Vampire the Masquerade Justice, because this is coming. I'm gonna play the trailer first. This game to me is, if Assassin's Creed was coming to PSVR 2, Assassin's Creed 2 I mean was coming to PSVR 2, the Masquerade would be it. So let me play you the trailer. Oh wait, I got this trailer playing still. For that, and then we're gonna talk a bit about it. Vampire. I need to find it first. Okay, so this is coming to Quest as well, but also the developer had something cool to say about it, about the different versions of the game. So this is, even if you look at the trailer, it just looks like Assassin's Creed 2. The Venice is definitely recreated in similar fashion.
Hiding in the night.
I buy that for $1. What are we talking about? Switchback?
I didn't want to get dragged into this.
So this trailer definitely is awesome. Become so you sneaking around just like in Assassin's Creed, and you even got similar weapons. Grim Reese bro, thank you very much for the donation. You are awesome, super appreciated. Thank you very much for making this stream so donation heavy. You are all great. Awesome. Paul Deserve is one of the hardest working at this, and there he is. He goes through and finds everything you ever wanted to know. For sure, yeah, I've been doing it for so long. But, so I mentioned that it's coming to Quest because, strangely enough, it's one of those games when the developers doing Quest version, but they won't do PC version. Of course, we get in PSVR2 version. They mentioned PSVR2 actually today, so let's have a look. They've been asked, was it today? No, yesterday. So basically somebody asked, can't wait, will this be enhanced for PlayStation VR2 and take advantage of the headset's haptics? And they reply basically saying, since we're still in production, we can't exactly say, I'm assuming that's what they try to say, how we will utilize the PSVR2 horsepower and additional features yet, but more to be shared later. So soon something will be coming, so stay tuned to the channel. But what, oh, I lost it now. What I want to talk about is this. Why this game, which is coming to PSVR2, not coming to PC, which PC of course got similar power like PSVR2, if not more, if people got powerful rigs. Starfield VR would be insane. That dude's PSVR2 headset. Oh yeah, for sure, me too. Starfield VR probably would be great. You've got No Man's Sky at the moment. I want to see what they're gonna do with Starfield. It's gonna be a big game, but sadly it's not coming to PS5. Maybe to PCB VR, I don't know. The only Resident Evil game that I could not play was Resident Evil 4 because of the controls on PS4. Now I can't wait to play it in VR. Nice, Vladdy, me too. So I'm waiting for it. I'm like itching to play it on PS4, but I won't. I like Resident Evil games. Anyway, look at that. When it comes to PC version, currently our development focus is on Quest 2, 3 and PSVR 2. So yet another developer which kind of forgets PC. And now I think we're getting reason why. Steam VR encompasses a wide array of VR headsets and controller system, each with its own distinct features, specifications and input methods ensuring a smooth experience across the device. If you're watching YouTube, if you're watching my channel, you probably get suggested videos, and there's always some PC VR YouTuber talking about brand new PC VR headset, saying it's the best thing, whatever, this new headset is insane. Big Screen Beyond is the one at the moment, but there's always something. So there's always new headsets coming out for PC, and they all different. And that's why I think the developers went to a point, wait a minute, it's not financially possible to do it. Those devices required extensive testing and optimization. Our development team does not have the resources to focus on additional platforms at this moment in time, but we are overwhelmed by the huge interest in bringing this to Steam VR and are not closing any doors for the future. My best guess is, listen, they've done Steam VR games in past when they've been coming to PSVR 1, they've been coming to Steam as well. So how this relates to PSVR 2, what I'm thinking, what is happening is the more resources being spent on PSVR 2 version basically. So they can polish the game much more. If you compare it to the last Vampire game, this one is on a totally different level. And like I said, if you want to play Assassin's Creed in VR, then definitely this is the way to go as of now. My chat refreshes strangely. Anyway, the only Resident Evil game that I could not play, oh yeah, that the game unrecorded, is that VR? No, that's not VR. I know what you mean, that photorealistic one. But they've done mod for it to play it in VR, and you know what? Without this camera shake, it just doesn't look so photorealistic anymore. It just looks like normal game. Unrecord is not out yet, but apparently might come to VR. Yeah, somebody played it in VR, somebody done the mod on PC. If you Google it, you see it, and without this camera shake and effects, what they add in, just looks like a normal game. It's so strange. Starfield is too big for me. I don't want to play the same game for months and months. No perfect headset, too personal of a device. I want all of them if I can. I sold my Quest after the change to Meta. I am too reactionary to, I know. Will you get to buy it next in VR? Yes, you do. Yeah, that's it. So that's one of the mechanics. You sneak in on the people and you bite in their necks. Okay, so now moving on to the next part of the show. What time is it? Yeah, we're always trying to keep it like half hour to an hour. We are 25 minutes in. So we're gonna do the article. If Sasquatch came out the woods and wanted to spend billions on VR for a decade, I would support him too. Nice one, Wolverza. Let's have a look. This article. So we all here love in VR and the articles like that appearing and existing. So I'm gonna talk about it here now. So I'm selling my PSVR2 after just 5 months. Here's why. So this is Tom's guide. This is out on the internet, getting clicks, getting adverts from me as well. But anyway, Sony's VR headset is great, but I can't justify owning a 550 gaming gadget I barely use. Now, all of us who are here on this channel, we're using it all the time and we know you can get a lot of use. I mean, today I spent 4 hours in it. Yesterday, I think 8 hours. So yeah, use it all the time. I spend a lot playing GT7 as well, but I'm reviewing Disclonia and this game is long. I'm on episode 2. But anyway, I have a big time buyer remorse. One dark and dreary Scottish night back in March, I decided that I absolutely needed to own PSVR2. Right that very second, one impromptu online order later and there was suddenly a gaping 550-530 hole in my wallet. That's the price. That's what you decided to spend your money on, I suppose. So, you know, how I wish I had that money back. It's not that PSVR2 is great virtual reality headset, quite the contrary. It really is. Spec-wise, it delivers everything I wanted over its 2016 predecessor, for sure. If you are over 30 years old and on computer, this game is for you. What game is that? That's a screenshot. What is it, from Game of Thrones or something? And I'm not over 40, this advert is not for me. Anyway, I love that 4K OLED display, the haptics on the Valve Index, controllers is lush, and so he's talking how great PSVR2 basically is. And then, not that I've done much playing, of course, so that's one of the things. If you're gonna complain that you're saying your PSVR2, but then didn't play it, then, you know, it's on you. Racings, wow, nice one, thank you very much, that's awesome, super awesome, thank you for this. That's great. Grim Risbro, nice one. Racings for sure. If people are impatient, they come back when they see something they want. Well, we spoke today about 2 cool games already, Resident Evil 4 and the Vampire, so I don't know why this person saying his headset, but anyway, strange. He justified it buying it in first place. Scottish definitely has to pay for true habit. Horizon, his wallet has holes. Multi-mighty game, yeah. So anyway, continuing with the article, those haven't been long sessions. So he didn't play it, basically he says. I bought 9 days, so not that I've done much playing, I bought PSVR2 exactly 9 days after launch. In the intervening 5 months, I reckon I've played about 6 times, 7 at push. How? If you buy it, use it. Those haven't been long sessions either. I poked my head around that boxy cantina in Star Wars. I bashed through the generously long demo of Horizon, and I have hazy memory of booting No Man's Sky VR, quickly deciding the textures look rubbish before immediately uninstalling it. Well, that's that then. I do have one singularly great memory of playing PSVR2. That first night with the headset was pretty special. Once you get good game, many nights can be like that. This dude already missed out on Red Matter 2, which was awesome. Hubris also looking great. You know, so many games come out since the launch. Race day, so he's talking here about the GT7. I remember that evening vividly. I was in between sofas at the time, so my first and best experience of playing GT7 in VR involves slowly sinking into an oversized leather beanbag. I've had a final moment. Still, what an experience. Not only it is one of the best PS5 games, but GT7 sensational in VR for sure. The fact I had to physically crane my neck so that I could get a better view of the rain-swept Paris ahead blew my mind. This was using the Nintendo 64's analog stick to swing Bowser around in Mario 64. Levels of mind-blowing. Mario 64, I remember when this game blew my mind. It was nothing like it back then. What's up the chat? Let me just quickly check. Racings, oh wow, no problem. Thank you very much, that's awesome. Racing always is leaking too, must have calls. Well, nice one, Racings. Racings win. Chrome Colossus. I've literally seen people complaining already that they played PSVR2 all the time and loved it, but then set it down and haven't been using it. And so I was asking, was it a mistake? I mean, yeah, I don't know how you cannot use it. It's just so cool to use. So basically he's only played demos. Maybe if he actually bought a game, Steve saying here, he might think different. He's not trashing PSVR2, he's trashing himself. Even if VR makes you sick, it's good for flat games and movies, definitely. First impressions of VR are really important, has to click for people to really dig it. Apple made specific to force good impression and will still get refused by some. Yeah, I think so. My first impression with VR was PSVR1 itself and the gameplay demo of Drive Club, and it still blew my mind. And also the first time I put it on and the screen come on, what I've had, PSVR Worlds, I think, something come on in VR or the demo disc, I can't remember, and I was like, whoa, because I was thinking it's gonna be just 360, but it was proper VR. It blew my mind then, and that's when I started doing YouTube channel. I was so excited by it. Amnesia Pete, I did the same thing with PSVR 1. Couple months later, awesome guys started to come for it, and then I had even bigger regret. If only I would have just waited a bit longer. Well, yeah, the Firewall is at the corner, Resident Evil 4, Vampire, Aces of Thunder, Project Wingman, I'm just talking from top of my head. Behemoth, that's gonna be great. New Arashi, upgraded, that looks great. Wanderer next year, how cool is that? You can't please everyone, for sure, but wait till you hear the reasons why he's saying it. I think that's the main reason I'm featuring this here. Despite the odd fleeting piece of GT7 magic, I've never managed to get into a headspace where I really want to play PSVR 2. It's not really the hardware's fault, as I appreciate its single cable setup. It's way more streamlined than the original PSVR. It's even more streamlined than PCVR. It's the most streamlined, pretty much, headset, I must say. Still, having any sort of wire connected to my console that then looks directly to my stupid face, leave me lingering worries. Right. So that's the reason here. I sit a good 8 or so feet away from my PS5, and the few times I've used PSVR 2, I've pictured one overly vigorous neck swing causing havoc. When I briefly played through the opening of Resident Evil Village VR mode, I was concerned my cowardly head Bobs would accidentally yank out the PSVR 2 USB-C cable. Well, yeah, it's mine. Mainly, I'm just worried I trip over my dog and break my neck whenever I stand up for a brief VR session. And that's the reason, by the way. He pictures the dog here. Either that or my heli-littered agent of chaos will chew directly through that cable I just mentioned while my vision is being blocked by a pose of slavering European werewolf. So, it's with heavy heart and the plated, okay, let's don't be dramatic here, the plated bank balance that I've decided to sell my PSVR 2. The fact the headset lacks a killer app on the level of Half-Life Alyx, once again. Half-Life Alyx is out on PC, it's a very good game, but you know, some of you who don't play it, they never played it, once you play it, you'll be like, okay, so that's all what the deal was about. It's hard to say, it's not definitely groundbreaking, but it's very, very good must-buy game, definitely. But if you expect miracles from Half-Life Alyx, we've got games on that level already, you know, GT7 and Resident Evil Village. But anyway, means it remains a luxury accessory, it's not an essential PS5 peripheral. As a pet owner who mostly enjoys playing games on my back like a felled tree, I was never the best bedfellow for PSVR 2. when I make substantial loss selling it, I mean, give us a link, because I definitely would buy cheap PSVR2 just to have extra spare controllers, which seems like a safe bet at this point. I have no one to blame but overly impulsive myself. So basically, this person wrote an article which comes up pretty much straight away. It just popped in for me in my recommendations. Quite negative title, maybe a bit clickbaity. And the reason he's selling is basically because he don't want to trip over a dog or dog chew through cable. So now, let's have a look at the chat and see what you think of that. Damn, PSVR2 is missing, right, okay, so it's updated. Maybe if this guy followed the freshest VR news in the village, and that's why he sold it. Bulletstorm, oh yeah, Bulletstorm gonna be beautiful. I played some flat again. I remember playing it, was it 360? I can't remember, and now they've got it on for free. Well, for free. They've got it on PS Plus Premium, so I downloaded it and it was so good. Damn, PSVR, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna sit down and wait in peace this time. Xbox loser probably clicked for me 30 years ago, shooting polygon dinosaurs out of the sky. 30, I remember that. I never played that game, but I know which one you're talking about. Have to see VR for more than the game or app just in, I think. Potential has to be seen to adopt easier. This guy selling is full. He will get about 300 quid when he sells it. GT7 is more replayable than Alex, unless you count mods, same with Resident Evil 8. Yeah, Alex with mods is great, but if it comes to PSVR2, of course, it won't have mods. It's still a great game, but I think how the press portrays it is like the god of VR, the god of them all, and it's not. It's super awesome, very high quality, you know, sitting somewhere at the top with other awesome games, but let's don't say like it's just the only game that every headset have to have. Change my mind, article is a troll, Steve says. Somebody will be very happy to get cheaper PSVR2. Every cloud, could care less for Alex. Maybe he's on Uncle Phil's payroll, maybe. There's always a lot of negative articles about PSVR2, always. What would you guys rate Moss Book 1? If you didn't play it on PSVR1, then definitely buy it. It's pretty cool. It was about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, but they added 3 DLC, so it's about 3 hours long. Looks beautiful on PSVR2. But if you played it on PSVR1, then wait for sale, because there is no new content, just upgraded graphics. It's like all those reviewers where the reviewers weren't acclaimed and felt ill, so they trashed the games. Yeah, for sure. Love Alex, but it's not only great game. If not a shooter, it's not even for some peeps. Yeah. Be nice if Bulletstorm was an add-on, not a repurchase. Yeah, it would be nice, but in Kuvo doing it, so it's different studio. I think they changed a lot of mechanics. I don't know how melee gonna works now. I think you're punching people, not kicking. You've got double wielding. I don't think there will be co-op. I think it's just the single player campaign, but I cannot speak on it yet, but I'm following it closely. So yeah, I wanted to feature this article just to show you how strange it is, how strange. But anyway, everyone got their own reasons. But if you worry that you trip over a dog, then yeah, definitely VR is not for you. Right, so that's today's show concluded. I'll be back tomorrow we're gonna do the wrap-up of the week. We're gonna talk about Rockstar VR again, because we've got some stuff we want to talk about. And just wrap up all the news past last week for PSVR2 as well. If there's any news during the day, I do PSVR news video. And if I got time, I try to do the PSVR2 showcase. I miss that bit, it's like longer, I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for awesome donations. I super appreciate them all. Thank you for being here with me and enjoying those shows. I've played so much of Pavlov, I'm happy with just that even. Yeah, I think it was PS Plus, so my undercut says. I'm happy to rebuy at full price. Yeah, it depends on the game. If it's a good remake, like let's say Wanderer, I'm definitely would be happy to spend money on it. Bye, Paul. Thanks for the show. You're welcome. Bye. See you later, Racings as well. So I see you all tomorrow again, probably 10:15. It's kind of become like a time of doing the show for some reason. 8:15. Thanks, Mr. Back.